is expecting it kind of thing. It's a harder one of the starts, so depending on whether or not you know the strats or not, it'll be shown very clearly. And with that, we are out of here.
This is just a piece of art to start off with.
No freebies this time around. I myself don't really have a particular want to see item. I've seen so many thus far. One I don't want to see is Burna. It's just so taxing. Cane of Samaria is definitely nice to see. You don't have to search for it later, though. So I'll go with that.
Yeah, 10 bombs to start, so that is the start. It's actually deceiving. It uses the 10 bomb item slot, but what it'll actually do is fill up your bombs to max. So if you've picked up a +5 or +10 ammo upgrade, you'll actually already have it. Now, oddly, Spleebie took extra time to kill a guard. The only reason to kill any extra guards that don't have keys or unlock doors is because you need bombs. But we already have bombs, so these guys could just run to the end. Don't have to worry about farming up anything.
Yeah, that's the other reason I enjoy Bomb Escape, is so long as you don't flub up that rat too bad at the end, you'll have a bomb. So you don't have to do any extra farming or anything else. And as for why like bombs is a decent start, the 2 blue guards, this one is the first one here, if you place the bombs in the same spot every time, it'll just work.
Yeah, there's a few setups that are safe. Spleebie is not getting them. He's gonna start running out of bombs soon. Like, you can really just like put a bomb on like the Spleebie actually died.
So we'll see here something that was implemented into the randomizer due to this randomized start is he will now respawn at the castle entrance with 10 bombs. There's a few checkpoints throughout it that are very, very handy.
I mean, you can just trap the guards like aggro onto the onto like basically the block there. Yeah, like he'll just kind of get stuck trying to chase you. Like you can see the fruits of that whenever he cut, like right here. You just do that, you'll kill him every time because he'll come back. So alternatively, just throw in and don't get his aggro at the start, and then try to trap him. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, overall, it's not too bad though. A few more guards left in his path. The next checkpoint is here at Zelda, in which you'll actually spawn here with 3 bombs instead of 10, just due to there's only one more enemy in your way, which is the rat.
But now we have a sword. So we won't have any problems killing the rat. We can conserve our bombs from here on.
Right, exactly. To be honest, that's decent to see. You don't have to waste an extra bomb or 2 killing a rat. It's never a guaranteed kill. The rat is pretty random.
So luckily, Spleebie actually was able to get 1 hit off there. He is now out of bombs. He'll be very relieved when he finds that sword.
Very true. May see him farm up for a bomb. Either that, or I'm pretty sure you could just take a death warp. Just down here in the sewers, or not in the sewers. I mean, you could do it when you got to the sewers. I guess that would help. Just to save a little bit of time. But you'll respawn with 3, so.
Yep, I actually, in my most recent race, had to do that with magic. I ran out on the ball and chain guard. I threw 1 pot and then used my magic. I found out that if he's inside of you, he can actually just completely avoid any damage. I never knew that. Only the sparkles deal damage.
Interesting.
So, good tip. I wasted all my magic, and then I had to save and quit when I had hit this stone tablet to get my magic back. It was a little worrisome.
Yeah, exactly. So, the throne room there is the next checkpoint and the final checkpoint of the escape sequence. You will also respawn there with 3 bombs, or if you're having a magic start, you'd respawn with, I think it's quarter magic?
It's like 2 pips worth of magic, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a very minimal amount. But there is lots of magic jars in the sewer section, so that's not a worry. But as we near the end, Couch has bombs. Spleebie still does not. We'll see if he decides to farm up a little bit here or not.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of like... He'll still respawn with bombs if he decides to do that, so it's not like he can just get 3 bombs for free because of his start, which is kind of
right, exactly
weird. But he is going to spend
depends
the time.
if
He might not even know about this, yeah.
Understand, yeah. It's not something that's really directed, I guess. You never really know until it happens.
Like I said, I'm a huge fan of this. Of this start, because it really is like a skill set. I think Andy also said that he prefers bomb start because he gets a direct advantage out of it, because he knows his execution is better. Like, he's not gonna lose bomb escape. So like, anyway, I think he said that out loud. I agree with it too, because I find that there's a lot of people. There's the bomb that'll help him get the initial. 2 bombs would be better, but I would never spend time farming up a 2nd or 3rd bomb.
Yeah, I can 100% agree, and that's why I like it myself. Is it shows whether or not you practice the execution on it. There's a lot of skill that goes with bomb start, and it's not too hard to practice it. So,
also, it's not like bomb escape is a thing that doesn't happen anywhere else. I've done plenty of open mode seeds. I think 2 of my 3 secondary tournament matchups were bomb escape or bomb Hyrule Castle was required. So, just to get the first weapon.
Yeah, looked like the bush crab was only 5 rupees, and lumberjack cave is an arrow upgrade.
5 rupees is still something to keep in mind if you're very, very close. There's some decent bush crabs that you can find throughout the game. And grabbing like 30-ish rupees from them is not too bad. It's not as good of a farm as some others, but...
Exactly. Heart piece inside the Lost Woods there in the mushroom location, and we'll see what's down the hole.
Hey, more bombs? So yeah, they never were in a worry for bombs.
Very true. Gonna be having enough bombs to pretty much just do the standard route without having to buy any extras. You don't really see too many people go off the path here at the start. It's generally a lumberjack check. Some people decide to skip it because if you have to go there later anyways to check or not. Generally it's like the Lost Woods, Kakariko, the South Shore kind of thing. And then it kind of differs on that point. More bombs inside blind set.
Nothing yet for our runners there. And there's a bottle. Could lead to something.
Very true. It's nice to see a bottle early on, because then you can also check the sick kid on your way through Kakariko the first time. Nearing enough rupees for Zora already, but of course we'll have to spend 100 here to get the bottle vendor item.
Now I wonder when one of them is going to enter fortune teller to go... Oh wait, no, that's not a different game. I'm making a SM cross ALTTP randomizer joke. For those who don't know, you should pay attention. That is a fun ROM hack.
And there we go. We have enough rupees for Zora and Bottle Vendor now. Just missing 109 rupees for Kiki the Monkey.
Oh wow, early lap. So early lap,
Very
early
interesting.
sword. This is kind of leaning into an addendum required, which isn't too bad as long as it's obvious. The real annoying, I think an addendum's fine as long as both runners are actually forced to do it. Generally.
Yeah. Looking at the items right now, all we're missing is a bloomerang, and we'd be in vanilla. We'll see what Sick Kid here has for us. Silver arrows.
Oh wow, okay.
Can't complain about that.
No, not really. That's very interesting.
And then just the heart piece inside the tavern. Alright, and then we'll have the library coming up here on Couch's side, as well as the race game. It'll be interesting to see if they decide to gamble the race game or decide to check it first. It pays off if you were to gamble it, if it is a useful item, whereas if you were to check it first, you've then wasted time. It looks like he's going to check it this time around. And it's just a little shield, so not too important. Spleebie finds that lamp on the bottle vendor, and we'll pretty much be doing the exact same routing here, I'm sure. Alright, Couch heading off for the dam. We'll probably do Mini Moldarm Cave, Ice Rod Cave. Most likely won't see a fake flipper just due to only being one item obtainable at that point in time, because you don't have Moon Pearl to access Waterfall Cave, as well as, I guess you'd have the information on the ledge item, but that's really about it.
Stranger Rupees. Well, Zora is...
A Master Sword.
Blue sword. Yeah, oh my goodness.
That's
I'd
Aghanim.
almost go, like, with how sparse the siege is, I'd almost consider going straight to Aghanim. But without a mirror, that's not really. But mirror, I think when you have mirror and obvious Aghanim is required for Dark World, I think the best play is to just go straight there.
Myself, I would do the South Shore still. I would go to Sahasrahla and get the 3 items from him, and then I would probably just make the call there. Not bother with a dip in a dungeon or anything.
Oh, Couch died into Mini Moldarm Cave. Maybe he'll just do Aghanim out of
That's possible.
like deep despair. But 4-heart Aghanim with no Moon Pearl? Maybe not.
And it looks like he's just gonna go back, try again on those Mini Moldarms. With 5 items to be held in there, you never know. Maybe you'll somehow pull out the Dark World access.
Maybe.
You never know.
Spleebie did pick up that shield because he didn't check, he just went for it. Which is the way that I prefer to do it unless I am short on bombs and money.
Yeah, I found lately it pays off more so than not to gamble it.
Yeah, I mean you're
case,
really oh hey flippers. Wow, Zora, hello.
Alright, so Zora fully in play, no need to actually fake flipper at all, and can get all 4 items from up there.
Yep. And now, unfortunately, with that, none of these items are really leading again away from Aghanim. So you got to question, like, I think you want to find at least the Moon Pearl, maybe a better weapon, because 4-heart Master Sword sounds a little rough.
Yeah, you never know exactly what you're going to end up facing him with. At this point in time, there's still a lot of things to check, but that is going to be slowly dwindling. We'll probably see the Couch head up to Zora area right after this, just due to being so close by. And a book. So now we have desert access.
So I mean that this is more and more items, so the early adder play might not actually be required, but we will see what these runners decide to do.
Very true.
Also interesting fact, a lot of people casually don't know this, but rupees are not factored into the progression. So like having lots of rupees early does not mean that Zora is actually like that's not like the game saying go to Zora. The game always assumes that you have infinite money, because you do have access to infinite money, no matter what. Now, without gloves, you have to farm like 10 at a time out of Thieves' Hut, like 20 at a time out of Thieves' Hut's back wall. But it's technically a thing.
Right, exactly. You could have no progression.
Hey, there's the Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl. That's nice to see.
So now the big question is, do you, after you check Zora, because that's obvious, do you check Eastern and Desert, or do you go to Aghanim and just get that Dark World access?
I don't know. I kind of clench on the hope of
Mushroom on the island, interestingly enough.
Yeah, so I think myself would go to Eastern area, just due to a potential 6 items, so you never know at that point in time whether or not you're going to actually pull out, say, the hammer or both gloves. But it is looking more and more towards Aghanim at this point in time. But that Moon Pearl was like a bit of relief.
Mirror, like I said, the mirror would change. I think the decision maker. I think it would make Desert go to Desert and then like do Aghanim, because if you have the mirror, you can check Eastern, Saha, and Pod in the same trip.
Right, exactly. Mirror would make a big difference there. Yeah.
Also, mirror just makes your overworld more efficient in general if you have that Dark World access early.
Yeah,
now, I will say you should never ever do Dark Aghanim.
That would be very rough.
It's never required, and even the absolute best runners say it's not worth it. This is a very big time sink, and it's even longer even if you know it very, very well. It's going to be longer than it should be.
Yeah, Zora having a red boomerang this time around. The lesser of the two, I would say.
Couch going to Eastern first.
Yeah, there is 6 items in this area. Green Pendant Turtle Rock, it looked like. Yeah, without Bow, there is a potential of you only getting 2 of the 3 in Eastern itself, but looks like just gonna save and quit. Might be making that gamble now.
That book really makes me want to check out Desert, though. And the lamp, could be beatable, but he is not going to go to Desert, but it looks like Spleebie is going to Eastern.
Pretty much just gonna be doing the same routing here, I feel. You'll come up short in Sahasrah's hut and probably want to do the same thing.
This is just such low hearts and equipment. This is going to be very difficult. So, like, as much as I was advocating for it, it's hard. I mean, you have the red boomerang to stun. I think it works on every enemy, but that Desert play feels right. If Desert's not boots locked, then that is a completable dungeon. It's a pendant, but it's completable. And the gloves open up Death Mountain. So, and no, Spleebie is going to go straight to Eastern, so we're having a major route divergence here.
Yeah,
They
Spleebie can
need
actually
2 more
check all those
items.
chests.
Yeah. Okay, so you need 2 items to skip Adnam, like these runners do. They need gloves, for sure, and then a hammer or another glove upgrade.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right. Somebody's yeah, gloves. Gloves would need to be in there as well. But the front half of desert could be required. So we'll see. Spleebie is avoiding Adnam. Couch is playing a little bit differently. He's going to go straight here. Feel careful. Again, this is not an easy dungeon on 4 hearts. It's not an easy dungeon on like the what is it, 7 hearts that you enter here in vanilla when you're playing without randomizer speedrun, because you play through Light World pretty light on the health. Obviously, in a speedrun, you're not collecting heart pieces like you would casually.
Couch using that boomerang to good use there, just stunning everything.
Yeah, so interestingly enough, these guys, like, health is very strange. A spin and a slash are basically the same thing to them.
Very interesting.
You get through it. Well, like, so if you only do 1 spin, it still takes 2 more slashes to kill, but 3 slashes also kills red guards. It's very strange. Their health pool just kind of lines up in a very interesting way, where it's kind of just more useful to slash. Steam really never really made like your other attack methods viable. Like the sword beam is level 1 always.
Right,
the sword spin, at the times you can use it usually isn't better than like just slashing at the enemy. It's a very strange design. But when you can sequence break and you have better swords than expected or worse swords than expected, those spins actually do kind of become useful.
Alright, now
very
here's the
good
guessing game. How many blue balls are we going to get this time around?
Yep.
So far, none, which is always good to see.
As long as you stand, don't slash him. Do not risk dying to Adnam. Do not be Mutsky. Do not be a mutt.
Slashing Aghanim would hurt a lot. So far, it looked like Spleebie got a green potion out of Eastern.
Yeah.
So hopefully something else comes up.
Nope.
And a red rupee.
We'll see if he goes to desert or not. You can access it. There's the ledge. There's the possibility of 2 items in the dungeon itself. But if he's filling up on hearts, I think that might mean he's going north. No, he is going there. So that'll be 2 items for sure. 0 to 2 items in the dungeon.
And we'll see if we get boot locked in desert or not. And we'll see if Agina is holding anything useful.
Also, if you can skip this specific Adnam, my goodness, this is long. Holy crap! Holy crap! What is happening?
This is a lot of blue balls.
Yeah, there it is. So the first one's always the cape.
Yet another item to go to
That's not
Aghanim.
useful. Okay, well, we'll see what Couch gets in Dark World. He does not have much access, although with the flippers has a little bit more. He can grab that mushroom. That might be required. He might have to swim to the mushroom, save and quit. Oh, wow, that was a very fast check.
A very, very fast map check.
I think he was just looking for the last pendant. He was probably just scanning to find it. And I believe it was Swamp Palace.
I missed it both times.
Not sure. I feel like I saw the pendant in the south. But that's probably what he was doing. He already knows where one pendant is. He knows where the other one is from talking to Sarsaparilla. And from there, he just needs to stand for the other pendant.
Right, exactly. There is another red crystal on the board as well to look for, but that's not as important as what dungeons you need to do.
Also, there's a sword on the torch as we are there. So apparently, you can temper a sword by placing it on a lamp.
So is Desert the call here? I feel Aghanim was the play to make at this point in time. And Couch already going straight for Pod.
Yeah, outside of a major item being found at Adina, did he? I don't think he checked Adina.
No, it looked like he walked right by, actually.
He could have just left through the right side. And so now he's going to have to follow up on this. There's nothing in those dungeons, so Couch is never going to have to... never going to have to do Desert. Probably.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll just do Eastern whenever getting around to it with the bow. Already diving inside of Pod here.
Can you actually swim to Lake Hylia Island from the pyramid? Yes, you can do that via, just when you're coming, where Hobo is in Light World, there is a ladder that goes into the water. There, you can jump into the water from there, and then swim to Lake Hylia Island. So I'm wondering if that's actually going to be required, which would be very neat. And
yeah,
I also wonder if we're going to see a potion glitch out of Couch. That will allow him to clear the dungeon completely, top to bottom.
Yeah, exactly. I know Couch knows it. Taking a death, unfortunate, but still going around with green mail and 4 hearts, very hard.
It's faster to mirror if you're there, so that should be an intentional. It's faster to mirror from there than it is to.
That is possible that it's intentional, yeah. Because now has a key and can go and do the back half there.
Just saying, yeah, he didn't check Adina. So interesting that he took all that time to go over there, but didn't check. Because yeah, if that's like say the gloves or the boots, that unlocks item locations. If that's the bow, he can complete Eastern. If that's hammer, his Dark World travels are better. So I mean, if you're gonna take the time to go over there, it's interesting not to.
Right, exactly. A red rupee in one of the dark rooms here.
No, blue mail finally. Still low on health here. 4 hearts. Can 4 total hearts, 2 hearts. Spleebie got an extra heart in his additional travels, but it's not going to make too much of a difference. Interestingly enough, I wonder if they are going to... Oh, Fire Rod is not required at all. Oh, no, it is for Stalwart. Never mind. Ice Rod's not, though.
Very true. Ice Rod won't be something we're searching for, which means it'll probably turn up sometime soon.
Hey, Ice Rod really doesn't matter. It literally lots a single item. It's not really progression and should never really be considered as such. It's just kind of nice to find if you need it for a crystal, and you get slightly worried when it's a pendant, when it could lock the pedestal.
Couch opting to save and quit there instead of furthering his search inside of Pod, knowing that most other things in there would end up being bow locked, so we'll head on out. Looks like he's gonna go and head off to Desert to do the same checks that Spleebie's already done. And now, if y'all liked seeing the blue ball action on Couch's side, you get to see it again on Spleebie's side, because it'll be the same pattern.
Yeah, the moment he misses one, though, it is going to be very annoying. So Couch is now doing Desert, it looks like. He might not realize he can... Hopefully he'll figure it out. I'm really starting to think that that is a required swim to Lake Hylia and then walk back. They can't get to Catfish, so unless this is something...
Well, swimming to Lake Hylia wouldn't really net them much.
Oh, it's the hammer!
There's the hammer. I knew.
Wow.
I was thinking it was going to be one of the 2 items, either the glove or the hammer. Now they have access.
Couch is sweating.
Now they have access to Southern Dark World. So that's a lot of item checks.
That. That's oh no! I hope he didn't. He did die in escape. Now hopefully he's not one to tilt.
Yeah, as a runner in this, what would your mind be doing if you had Pearl, you just did Aghanim, and then you find another thing that would give you Dark World access?
Oh yeah, Couch is sweating. Like he must be thinking, "Oh man, I should have came here. Gloves are gonna be in here." That's definitely gonna be on his mind.
Right, exactly. But at this point in time, we already know that Aghanim is required just due to the item checks thus far. So
now, while Couch is just kind of doubling back, I'm gonna guess he's gonna go to Eastern because he's gonna be sweating that the gloves are there. Spleebie is now going to go here. I'm gonna be curious if he goes to answer something in chat for the randomizer. It's linked right there. What's shuffled, but essentially both players are playing on the same seed, which means that it says there, but it doesn't really explain it. They will always see the same items. Like these two runners are basically speed running random item placements. They don't know where they are. They have no way of knowing. They're not watching each other. So it is very like on the cuff, on the fly, very interested routing.
Right, exactly. So that looks like a red crystal at Meyer, and it was Ice that had the red pendant. Even though our tracker had that done a while ago.
Yep.
So fantastic job there. But I finally got to the map.
I didn't 100% required. But yeah, if you are interested in this, you are in the right place. This is round 7 of the brackets. Next week, best of 3. This is round 7 of the Swiss. The brackets start next week. Round 1 of the brackets will be 126. Yes, that sounds right. 126 people, 113 matches, as many as 339 games next week.
It'll be 128 people.
128, so even more. So 342-ish matches possible. It's insane. So it'll be there already. We know, I believe it is 55 or 50 people who are already in. We already know the names of those.
Yeah,
of those
55 are already in. Yes.
Yeah, and we have about, and 1 second, let's look it up real quick.
Currently 116 people that are at 4 wins right now.
Yes, that is it. Yep.
So 57 of those people win and get in.
Yep.
And then between 2 and 4 threes will get in, depending on how a few other matches go.
Oh wow! Hookshot boots. Some red money to match the boots. You have to like put one in each boot to make them work.
That was insane.
That is insane.
Hookshot and boots. Would you like to go fast? I would.
the I'm versus Andy and I'm scared but now debated cave. Yeah, no, that's a little bit too long. But I think everyone got what I was going for there.
Stumpy handing over the heart before turning fully into a stump. And now we'll get to see the magical digging game. Yet another instance in the game that both runners will have to do the exact same amount of something to get the item out.
No RNG in the number of dids, but there is RNG in the item that pops out. And there it is.
Right.
Peace Arts, we're skipping it.
It'll be...
Now we have to save and quit here. We're probably going to Death Mountain. No, we don't have gloves, so...
Yeah, exactly.
We've got to go back to Dark World, go north, and
do the long way around.
Yeah, hopefully Couch thinks about grabbing that mushroom.
Well, can't yet. Does not have mirror, so...
Oh, right. Yes, you're correct.
But definitely gonna have to be doing the long way around, having the hammer to go south, and now having hookshot to go north.
Yeah.
So it's definitely very interesting to see. Although, you'll need the hammer first before... or I guess you could jump in the water. That would work as well.
Nope, you can't get back onto that side. You can jump in the water to...
It'll put you on the right side. Right there. In the river.
Oh, yeah, right. But yeah, you can just hammer there. That's what you meant.
Yeah,
Oh, might be going to Catfish. Looks like it's going to be Catfish.
Can't get to Catfish, though.
Yeah, he's going to be reminded of his lacquer gloves.
Yeah, exactly. We'll end up going across the river here, then.
Also, you absolutely make a quick stop in Desert when you're doing Mire for that extra sword. Absolutely.
Yeah, if you're still running Master Sword at that point in time, I can definitely agree to that. Butter doesn't really save too much time on Tempered, so if you already have Tempered, I don't think you would really see a play for that. But it is a nice thing to do if you're doing Mire already, so...
Couch and he doesn't want to tangle with the murder dactyls. Wow!
Glove.
Whoa. That is... Oh! It's glove locked!
Wait, the glove is glove locked. Oh no.
Whoa!
That is unfortunate.
That's insane!
So we know where Titan's mid is.
Yeah. What an interesting seed.
I'm just waiting for the Power Glove to be somewhere nearby, and then just like instant dip, head out there, get Titan's mid. I wonder how long it'll make them go to get that other glove. Because they could be throwing on some wild goose chase, like given the flute or something.
I mean, they could, in theory... what's it called?
Spleebie showing off that bottle glitch there.
Yeah, although he's doing it wrong? Nope, never mind. You just do it like that. Proper. I thought you had to kill those guys, but nope.
Nope. Well, you can't kill them because you don't have a bow.
You can kill the green guys with anything.
Yeah, with anything, but the red one can't be affected. So what happens is when you hold left in that hallway and you drink a potion, so long as you don't go too far left, the camera will not be locked on the room itself, and then you can make the mimics move off screen, which will open the door.
So Spleebie just sequence broke the mirror.
Oh my.
Wow, what can he get with that couch? We can get the mushroom now. If the mushroom leads to something that gives him, if the mushroom's the glove, he can. This could be very strange. He's very locked without the hammer and the hook shot.
Very true. So I was just gonna say, how long will it be until Spleebie goes back to Desert to get the hammer?
Probably not long.
Yeah, there isn't too much progression otherwise.
I'm not sure if there's a ladder down here.
There should be a way to jump off.
Oh, there's a way to jump off here. Never mind. Okay, never mind. I wasn't sure. I thought you had to do it over there, but that works too. By the bridge.
Oh no. Taking a grenade to the face.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Couch actually picked up red mail inside of Thieves' Town. That's the only item of significance I've seen thus far. And as I say that, there is our Power Glove. Alright, we have access to Titan's Mitt, finally.
Okay, well, interesting quasi-vanilla gloves. So now we've got Titan. So there goes the gloves Arco mode.
Yeah, exactly.
Could have actually happened. So it looks like Spleebie is going for his hammer.
Yeah, heading right for it. I feel Couch should gamble 777 on the rupee count. I wasn't keeping track of the items really thus far in Thieves Town, so I'm not sure what is all left. But regardless, having Hammer wouldn't be too afraid to get all the items out. And looks like the key is actually locked.
Yeah, so 1 for 1 this does a lot of confusion. I've been noticing it with all the ALTTP newbies coming in. And yet now he's the hammer, gonna be somewhat upset. But he has the mirror, and that's such a huge deal. So the bow will never be behind any of these mirror spots, but any other item can.
Right, exactly. There's so many things that can be behind that mirror at this point in time, just due to it being locked behind the bow, and only the bow.
Where is Spleebie? Spleebie may be forgetting he doesn't have the gloves, which would put him and Couch in the same situation.
Definitely a possibility.
Nope, he has realized it now that he needs the gloves.
And there we have it. 41 minutes into the seed, the first crystal has been obtained. I feel at this point the ball is going to start rolling as soon as more items start showing themselves. Couch pulling out that cape will be heading off to get Titan's Mint instantly after this. That'll also give access to Peg Cave and all that other stuff in the southern route for Dark World. Of course, pretty much doing most of what's down there already, but won't have Mirror to do, say, K45 or Fast Smithy kind of thing.
Also, to make it absolutely clear in chat, that Potion Lich is not YBA. Not even close.
Overall, it's a very easy glitch to pull off, so... And you still can't finish the dungeon whilst doing it. You just get access to what lies behind it. So Spleebie gets to join Couch in running fast and using hookshot, but can check the K45 here.
Yeah, just a arrow at one of the spots, and Spleebie is getting a heart from the Haunted Grove cave.
Alright, and now with both gloves in hand, I feel Couch is going to make that play going up the mountain next, just due to being so close to the entrance. And pretty much having everything you need for a mountain adventure. And Spleebie will also have to do 4 digs here for a heart piece.
And it's just ignored as well. Looks like Couch is got his mind set with that hammer, that hookshot, that lack of mirror. He cannot get the same thing as Couch, or sorry, as Spleebie. He will be missing out on 1 item. We'll see if it's important. Possibly more, actually. 2 items. That mirror will also make his route in a little bit worse. At least it'll be a little bit more annoying to route.
Right, exactly. Having to save and quit just for entering the Dark World, it is a large time sink in order to do such. But on the way up the mountain we go. So I feel the bow has to be here up on the mountain somewhere to make the mirror location accurate.
Well, I mean, the bow could be anywhere that the mirror doesn't allow.
Very true.
So it doesn't have to be. The bow could be in like Turtle Rock.
Very, very much a possibility. I feel that would be a little cruel to make a simple progression be somewhere so far away.
I mean, it is randomizer. It's just gonna put items randomly.
That's very true.
It turns out.
The good part about Death Mountain here without mirror is generally you do a decent standard route through it anyways, and with having hammer it allows for that. You can do like the Paradox Cave, head over to Hera, and then come back and then do Dark World stuff after doing like Spiral Cave. Ooh, a fire rod in the cave behind the graveyard. A nice bomb jump there from Couch. And it looks like just a heart piece on the floating island, so that's not too important to miss out on. And luckily having the Master Sword as well as a book can get the item that lies behind the Ether Tablet.
Oh yes, Spleebie doesn't have the cape, which is an Eastern.
Ooh.
He didn't mirror to check Eastern, which...
It's on Desert Ledge,
Oh, right,
actually.
Desert Ledge. He skipped it.
He skipped it, so would have
so
to
now he
go
knows
back.
For the third
He'll
time.
have to go to Desert for a third time. That is
Yeah.
very unfortunate.
So I'm not sure why I thought it was an Eastern.
Yeah, I don't think there is really anything in Eastern in particular. But will we do the basement? We don't have to do the basement yet for Hera. And Spleebie already inside Skull Woods, a place we've not seen yet. It is a fully completable dungeon with having that fire rod in hand, but it is still part of a sequence break, so we'll see where it leads. Of course, the items in this first half are not part of that sequence break, just what lies beyond the third entrance, and it looks like we get ourselves a flute out of Skull Woods. That'll definitely speed up that overworld movement a bit. And now on to Moldorm. I definitely find it interesting that people still opt to use hammer. Oh no, not the middle hole. Middle hole, worst hole, you fall down 2 floors. But as I was saying, I find it interesting that people still opt to use hammer. It's probably just out of muscle memory and just comfort on the boss. When you have Master Sword, 3 spins will do the trick, so... The same as hammer, it's just 3 hammer hits, so... And it looked like just Couch Cash on the pedestal, so that dream for the chat is now dead. Moldorm just not allowing him to get in the ring. And just like that, 3 spin slashes does the trick. Moldorm goes down.
Spleebie's gonna fight Mothula. I think he's got a potion or two.
Yeah, there is a blue potion in the arsenal. I think there was a green potion at some point in the seed, so maybe has that as well. But so far, opting for sword slashes, and very nice here. Unfortunate side of Mothula, if you hit Mothula into the spikes, he will not take damage, but currently avoiding that in very nice fight. So, thus far, that mirror has led to a fire rod and 20 bucks. But does get a crystal into their own name. And Spiral Cave just holding a heart container, and now we'll see Couch head off into Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, Spleebie's gonna have a hard time until he goes back to desert for that cape. Like, not having any gloves is pretty rough.
Very nice Super Bunny Cave there by Couch, not having to do the Staircase of Shame after pushing the blocks there. It's always almost annoying when I do it myself because I'll mess it up 9 times out of 10. So it's nice to see it done well. And there's the bow. Bow and Berna in Super Bunny.
Okay. Well, that would allow Couch to go back, get those 2 crystals, and he'll find the mirror very quickly.
Right, exactly. So that would be a very nice check too, because you'd most likely do pod first in that case, I would assume. So you'd get mirror out of pod and then instantly be able to just go right into Eastern. So this seed is wrapping up very quickly, I feel now. 10 minutes ago being the first crystal obtained, and now just being able to just start knocking out dungeons. Actually, come to think of it, I think we are missing the Canis Amaria from No Mode.
No, we're getting at least one medallion.
Right, of course. True. Couch going for Spike Cave, I think? Yes. Alright, so depending on what medallion is needed for Mire, this seed could wrap up in quick succession. Just knowing the location of those items, they're very easy to obtain. And Spleebie now rocking the red tunic, and Couch gonna take a death here for a warp.
It looks like Couch is gonna make his way over there. He's gonna be without the flute and the fire rod for a bit.
Very true. We'll be getting the mirror here shortly, so... Oh, gonna go straight to Eastern first, it looks like, though. I guess since Couch hasn't done Eastern yet, there is 3 items to get there, so...
Yeah, and he doesn't have the mirror, so he doesn't know that the mirror's in pod.
Right, exactly. So 3 items here, and having already gone into pod, the mindset is literally just, there's some things I can get. Plus, you can just go to pod afterwards, and if you were to go to pod and Mirror's not there, you have to save and quit. So definitely understandable to do it this way. The other nice part about having hookshot for Eastern is that chest in particular, because then you can avoid entering a second room there. You can just hookshot across to the chest. It makes it very fast and easy. And of course, having the silver arrows from the sick kid as well will make this a very nice, and that was a very nice silver arrow there, making it very fast kill. And I was correct about the green potion from earlier that Spleebie had in his arsenal.
Let's see how Spleebie handles the blind fight. You know exactly what you're doing, which it's gone already, but you can never get hit in this fight if you do the same thing every time. The heads will always shoot at you on the 4th shot, and otherwise they shoot randomly. They will move in a predictable pattern if you kill blind in the same way every time.
Yeah, overall, cleaned up the fight nicely, so gets another crystal in his name. And Couch will be heading off for the Armos Knights right away. Now, if you're Spleebie, where do you head off to next? Do you go straight for Desert now and try to get the cape out of it so you can go get your other glove? And of course, having Flute now makes that a very easy check to do, so...
Well, with the Flute, I would absolutely go to Desert as soon as possible. I'd also want to know what Mire is, but you can't do that at the same time. Get the Flute, get the cape, because you can't mirror to it. It's just annoying.
Well, you can mirror to it.
No,
I guess he doesn't
Yeah.
have glove, of course.
No, yeah, you can't.
That slipped my mind for a minute. But you can, if you had glove, you could, but not in this case. Correct. But definitely the information lacking on what Mire is at this point, so could be in search of those medallions shortly. Silver arrows making the Armos Knights a laughing matter. And Spleebie now getting that tempered sword due to having to come through Desert a second time.
Yeah, and well, Couch is gonna make getting this sword is faster. If you don't already have a 3rd sword, it's not worth it to get that torch sword if you have tempered, but it is worth it to get it if you only have master at any point.
Right, of course. Couch not doing pod right away, or maybe this is just a different route to it. Would have been decently faster to just go south to the portal that was there. But we'll see where he heads off to. And Spleebie gonna go get that oven mitt from the bumper cave here. Yeah, Couch now heading off into Pod. We'll get that mirror out, and we'll be able to find the fire rod location as well soon after.
Couch is going to be quite happy with finding the mirror and grabbing a crystal at the same time.
Right, exactly.
And Spleebie is going to Death Mountain right away, and his route is going to be a lot better.
Very true. Having mirror makes it a lot easier to get through it. Alright, so you never know where Couch actually might go next due to getting mirror, and swamp is a crystal, so it is possible that they head there next instead of, say, graveyard ledge kind of thing, because 6 items compared to 1 item, you have better chances at things, so it is always possible that they do a different route compared to what others would think. It's also very nice that Couch has actually full health here, because he'll be able to smash one of the moles with his hammer, and then he won't have to do an item switch to hit the crystal. And Spleebie now doing the mountain climb here, heading off into the spike cave.
Yeah, having no medallions at this point is actually a very interesting thing. These runners are going to have to kind of figure out like where their medallions are. It could be any. I think Couch will be the first one to know. Or no. Yeah, it'll probably be Spleebie. Oh, Spleebie did not have enough magic.
That was very unfortunate. Just barely not having enough to. Just about to pick up that block. And Couch now on to the Helmsar King.
And unfortunately,
smashes with the hammer.
When you have the mirror and you have had defeated deaths and saving puts in Dark World, puts you at the pyramid, as they would in vanilla.
Very true. So it would have to mirror and then flute away kind of thing. And with that, Helmsar King is now defeated. Another crystal for Couch. Speaking of medallions, there's Ether.
Oh, well, so Couch doesn't have the flute yet. He does need to find the fire rod, which I believe will then send him to where the flute might be, and in vain. But yeah, 1 medallion down. We'll see if that's what we need. We also need to find the King of Samaria.
Yeah, exactly. Cane of Samaria. And potential medallions. Of course, we don't know which ones yet. And we'll see where Couch decides to head off to next. I'm gonna be using the portal for the Dark World here. Now it'll be interesting to see if this is the Swamp Dive or not.
Could be. That wouldn't be a bad play. Reminding himself what the crystals are.
Yeah, it looks like that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. So where was Fire Rod again? I'm drawing complete blank.
Fire Rod was in Graveyard Ledge.
Boy, that's gonna be
It's a one-off location since Couch has already done the Bonk Rocks in King's Tome, so it'll be interesting to see when they decide to head back that way. And now not having those items, a full clear swamp is inevitable. I mean, you could find Samaria in here anyways as well, so it might not be the end of the world. And it looks like Quake for TR. If they end up having to go there, of course. I like Go Mode Swamp the most out of pretty much any dungeon, I think, because you only have to open one chest, and it's just that first one being a key.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to be able to skip all of that. We'll see what Couch decides to do. I'm sure his dirt's like all of it, although he's only looking for... Well, no, he's actually looking for quite a few items, so... He'll probably full clear, not try to skip left side.
Yeah, exactly. If you were to pull out like the compass or map, you're guaranteed an item on that left side, so... it's almost just better to just go do it right off the bat. And with picking up the bow there for Spleebie, the sequence break has ended. So far, nothing of significance inside Swamp. A few little bits and pieces. A heart piece there. And looks like Couch is going to go over and do the left side Swamp here. Looks like Spleebie is going to head off and do Hera now, being able to complete that fast and easy. Of course, the Ether check on the way. Getting a fantastic bee in a bottle, and then heading up to Moldorm. Now, the difference between Couch's Moldorm and Spleebie's is Spleebie now has the Tempered Sword, in which it'll only require one spin and a slash to kill, or 3 normal slashes. Couch making quick work of left side here, heading off to the 2 item locations.
Oh, well, I don't need that 4 sword anymore. Bacon in Swamp.
Very true. Probably will opt out of getting Butter Sword now at this point in time.
It's honestly not even worth the time spent to grab it.
Exactly. The Ganon fight is identical. I think it helps out a little bit in the Gauntlet heading up Ganon's
it actually makes no difference in the Gauntlet. It only makes a difference on Ganon. He's pretty much the only boss that Golden Sword will make a difference on.
Tempered Sword and Golden Sword are the exact same hits on Ganon, so... both requiring 12 hits.
No. Ganon is 8 hits for slashes with the Golden Sword. That's why it's extremely easy to get. He does take class 4 damage. Unlike a lot of enemies in the game. The guys in the gauntlet all die to 1 class 3 hit. Regardless. They all actually die to Golden Sword pokes. Oh, it's actually 6. It's silverless where it doesn't change. But every other phase changes.
I was more so meaning to go past the first 2 phases, but regardless, Couch now heading off towards Argus. We'll probably check the big chest along the way. And a decent check. Getting the shovel out of it could lead to something. And Spleebie going around to here with Spike Cave, gonna be able to get the item out of here, even though it is just an arrow upgrade.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna find out if that ether or bombos is the medallion.
Yeah, if so, Couch won't have to search for Quake. Of course, Couch not having that information yet.
It's
And
bombos.
It's bombos. Very nice. So TR is officially dead.
I mean, it's been dead since we found. Oh yeah, I guess since we found the medallion. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It was pretty much dead before that.
Yeah, Cane being the only item we need for no mode, and that'll pretty much wrap up this seed easily. A big 300 in the checkerboard cave. And where is Spleebie heading off to next?
Couch is gonna have to make his way to get that fire rod, which will lead him to that flute just by association. Otherwise, he's gonna be on a very long goose chase. And if he finds Quake and Tane, without the fire rod, he won't go to TR, so it should be okay. He shouldn't go on he shouldn't end up in TR. That's the biggest worry, that routing shenanigans leads him to TR. But the way he's done this seed, he's already been on Death Mountain. There's nothing else on Death Mountain for him. I very much doubt he'll go back.
Yeah, exactly. If you were to find Fire Rod, you'd instantly want to just go ahead and go straight to Skull Woods, in which you would find your flute there. So, yeah.
Well, we're gonna see what's under the dig spot.
Just the heart container. And Spleebie now going to finish up the Pod Eastern combo.
Couch could end up in Ice Palace with bombos. Don't think he will.
It is very possible.
He's honestly, he's probably gonna do Smiths. Hopefully he goes to Lumberjack, or sorry, to Graveyard, but we'll see if he does.
It depends on what route you want to take through it. Of course, having Mirror already, you'd just be mirroring here. You might want to save and quit for the purple chest. But other than that, I don't know how long it would take for Couch to head back up to do one item kind of thing. He will slowly run out of item locations though, so. The other thing is he could end up in Skull Woods to get the flute and end up going in full clearing mire in search of the fire rod. Just $50 from the Breadsmiths. So it's interesting to note that Spleebie ended up dying on the way to get the mushroom, but never went back to get the mushroom after that. So mushroom is still sitting there on Lake Hylia Island, so that could be a potential item location as well.
Oh, and there's that there's that ether.
Yeah,
But that is a
and
useless medallion.
Yeah, another crystal in Spleebie's name. And we'll see what the lunchbox has this time around. Just 20 bucks. And we'll get to see the Bombos tablet here as well.
Neither runner's gone to get that mushroom.
Exactly. That can be another one-off location as well. Depending on whether or not they remember.
Oh!
Oh!
And that is gotta be arcane. Wow.
That is no mode on.
Yeah, we
for us
just need Couch to not go to. Well, he can't go to TR, but hopefully he doesn't try.
I mean, Ice Palace is a possibility. Not a good possibility, but a possibility. Go mode for Couch lies at Graveyard Ledge and Skull Woods, whereas Spleebie now just has to go to Bombos Tablet. Very, very close, I would say, in this race. The only thing really different is Spleebie having Skull Woods done already, whereas Couch has Swamp done. And speaking of the mushroom, here we go. Spleebie gonna head off into the Armos Knights fight here, and we'll end up tying Couch on crystals collected. We'll see Couch heading up towards the mushroom location. We'll probably end up routing in Catfish at the same time. And with that, Spleebie now has the same amount of crystals as Couch. So only a dungeon pretty much swapped between the two runners at this point in time. And for Spleebie, will get that chance to pretty much just skip it all if they decide to go to Bombos Tablet first, which could be a possibility due to it being right beside said dungeon.
This is...
Looks like they're heading south, so it looks like they might be heading straight for Swamp here. Couch gonna pick up some health and potions. Gonna get that mushroom on Spleebie's side, actually.
Yeah, left side is also... Man, there's a lot of out-of-the-way locations for this one.
And what does Catfish hold? Just an arrow upgrade. So with Couch not saving, quitting here, or mirroring, I'm thinking this is the graveyard ledge play. Pulling out hookshot to get across the river as well. And
Oh yeah,
Spleebie
he's
now
totally
doing... Yeah.
couches.
Spleebie now gonna do Smith route as well. So this is coming down to a very close race in the end of it all.
Well, Couch is gonna get that. Uh-oh! Don't skip by. Oh no! Okay, he's just going a weird way. He's just looping around it a bit. So they're going up and through the Kin's Tomb spot, and he is gonna be in go mode very, very soon.
Very true. The Fire Rod will lead you into Skull Woods to get that flute out of there. There it is, Fire Rod in Couch's possession. And Spleebie gonna get $50 from the Breadsmiths. Alright, go mode for Spleebie lies on Bombo's tablet, which is right beside Swamp. It'll make for a very fast Swamp play to gain some lost time. That Couch ended up having to do a full clear of already, so...
Yeah. I mean, Spleebie's gonna have to do a full clear of Swamp, essentially. Just depending on his route in.
Yeah, if you were to check Bombos first, then you won't really do the full clear. I guess he needs Bombos as well.
Yeah, he needs Bombos on left side Swamp, so he's gonna
have to do
left
it
side
anyways.
And generally, if you're one item away from go mode, like he will be, and he is gonna check Bombos. Like, there's no way he skips it unless he skips his mind. It's generally recommended to check. If you're Spleebie, it's recommended to check. Like, to go straight to the boss in case it's on the way, and skip left side at first.
Right, yeah. You can always re-enter and not have to reflood the place, so...
Also, yeah, Couch is doing Skull Woods backwards, which is correct, but he's doing a full figure for that flute. But he is in the right dungeon, because of that Fire Rod thing.
Exactly.
Won't end up in Swamp. And then he's just got Meyer left, and Meyer will hopefully be a quickie.
Yeah.
Again, he probably won't go into Desert for Gold Sword. He might. It'll make a slight difference on Cold if he doesn't know the WQ Vidi.
Alright, having to use Fire Rod to get that key out. Not picking up an extra one along the way because skipped the first half. Oh, is Spleebie? Spleebie's doing a fake powder.
Interesting. So instead of going into Swamp, he's going to do this. Yeah, again, this is... He doesn't have Quake, luckily, so he won't end up in Turtle Rock by accident, but he might end up in Ice Palace.
Yeah, you never know. Couch getting another crystal here. So, one more until the Ganon's Tower climb.
It was a very good moth. Only takes 4 slashes with Tempered Sword. So. Uh-oh.
Couch going for that ped check.
Oh, he's checking ped. I thought he was leaving. I was like, right. But he doesn't have flute, so he can't be fluting away.
You will only find Couch's cash on the pedestal. And Spleebie finding that heart piece on the mushroom Hendon. Looks like Couch is going to go and try to find the second item here. So we'll be going under the bridge first, of course. And it looks like Spleebie is going to flute again. Where are we off to, Spleebie? Yeah, just closer to the portal.
Really? Flute was in the front half?
Yeah, so if you were to walk in the front entrance, you go in the door to the right, it's in that chest in the top right.
Oh, he's not gonna end up doing that, unfortunately. Thought maybe
Yeah.
he might end up getting to skip it, but he actually didn't find a small key in the chest there.
Oh, the silly beetle, pushing Couch down the hole. And Spleebie now heading off into Swamp Palace, where his last item is.
Spleebie could still, like, once he gets, if he goes left side, this won't be too big of a difference. Because he already has Swamp Palace done. Oh, Couch getting the bomb jump without the buffer of the bomb, like, bounce. Or the block jump.
That was very nice.
And there
it
is his flute.
Go mode for Couch.
So we'll see how Spleebie routes this, if he's very safe and checks left side on the first attempt. Did you save roughly 90 seconds doing left side? Like, if you end up full playing the dungeon, if you do left side first, it's like 90 seconds faster or something.
I'm not sure exactly on the exact time save. I know it's decent to do left side first if you have to, so.
Yeah, stealing that key that you're supposed to use on the boss door, quote unquote, does help out a lot.
Of course, Couch doesn't actually know what medallion is required for Meyer yet, so we'll probably be decently relieved to see that it's Bombos. Sees it's Bombos, has Bombos, and we'll just head right into that dungeon. Spleebie looks like going to be going for that left side swamp first as well. No, I don't recall where half magic was.
Oh! What do you do? Extra. I don't know. Also, Couch is, whatever he's emulated on, you can see looks like they're wireframes when they're fading away. Or not emulated on, whatever cap card he is, does not fade out those Wizroads very well.
Yeah.
I just noticed that a lot of his fades look like wireframes.
Right, yeah. I know he streams at a lower quality, but so that could also be it.
Yeah.
But Couch now in Meyer, a dungeon ahead of Spleebie. We'll see how fast this Meyer can be.
Oh, hello. If you knew how to hover.
Definitely the best Meyer you can get. You just walk into this next room, grab a key, and off you go.
Yeah, you don't even this key that literally is for this door. You just open it and walk in. The God Meyer.
And there it is, the Bombos for Spleebie. Not going for the next chest. Stays on Tempered Sword. That next chest would have been Butter Sword for Spleebie. Spleebie opting out of opening everything else. Of course, can't get the big chest yet, of course, due to the key being down here in the lower half. And getting closer and closer to Vitreous on Couch's side. And Spleebie heading right off for Argus.
He's honestly not super far behind Spleebie. Was checking some chests he didn't need to check. But if he executes well, could still, in theory, catch up.
Yeah, this
Also,
could
Ganon's
all come down right for Ganon's Tower, 100%. And with that, Couch is now gonna head up to Ganon's Tower. Has all 7 crystals, so we like to play a little game here on the Speed Gaming channel. Do you know what that game is, Zelnus?
Oh, big key guessing game. You can guess a number between 1 and 22. And if you are a supporter, which means that you've subscribed, that you're currently subscribed to any of the channels, or have donated 250 bits, or 5 or 2, or money, I believe, or Patreon, you can be entered into the game and the leaderboard. But everyone can play.
Yeah, exactly. If you can't be a supporter, that's perfectly fine. You can still play along. Pretty much it's just off on our system. Couch actually going for that butter sword.
Yeah. Spending I think roughly 10-ish seconds to grab that butter sword. It will mean that he gets a free 1 cycle on Ganon.
Definitely.
It's like no issue to get the 1 cycle on phase 1 and 2. But it won't make any difference in any other position because of the weapons he has, like silvers, for example.
Yeah, exactly. And Spleebie now heading off into Mire. So just that one dungeon, the fast Mire, is all that separates them.
Pretty much,
So
yeah.
it's very close race overall.
He won't have the golden sword, which could make a difference. But he won't also spend, like, but he also won't be spending that extra time in this area, so. Also, if you're not comfortable with Lamola's arrow, like silver arrow strat,
Fire Rod definitely comes in handy for Landmola's. Of course, not having half magic here on Couch's side, which could make it a little different. But has silver arrows if you were to choose that strat instead. So
Couch also doing the correct route in here. This is the fastest way. If the pegs were already down, it is technically a little tiny bit faster to go through Light World.
Yeah,
but that's
exactly.
Only if
the pegs are already down, yeah.
And if you don't get dead rocked.
Very true. Dead rocks are very much a pain. But here we go, off into Ganon's Tower.
Okay. Couch entering Ganon's Tower. And just one is just 20 rupees. Oh!
Oh, the fast click on that mirror.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
A little too quick there. I think he was like a pixel behind, couldn't actually activate the...
Yeah.
Thing.
Just a small key, get a mirror out, and go on left side. So not going to take that gamble on right side this time around, it looks like. And the map on the torch would be number 3.
Still going left with the key. Totally okay. Most people, I'd say, still do this.
It really just depends on if you really want to gamble right side or not, considering you'd get less items out of right side. There's more chances for left.
Also, how comfortable you are with the right side rooms. They are not the easiest rooms in the tower, for sure. Let's see. So we could get through the fight fairly quickly, and again, Couch is getting hit a lot here, and that could be the difference. He only has... Oh no, he actually is right now. It's hard to tell with the Nordal Sprite.
Yeah,
it's like
definitely.
Literally just the nose, and
yeah.
I can't tell based on looking at...
I think it's the wings as well, so...
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's chest number 8 so far, for those who've lost count.
And Silver Arrows make very quick work of Vitreous, and gets the 1 cycle. Not even a fake 1 cycle where he, like, was already deciding to shoot lightning bolts. And there we go.
Spleebie gonna head up the mountain as well. Here's chest number 9. Oh!
Oh, and there it is.
There
so
it
it is left side.
Left side, definitely the right call this time around.
Yeah, Spleebie not super far behind here. He is really just the mountain side. Getting bodied by by these cabbages. Through. Sorry, not going for the waffle drive through there. Which literally only saves 1-ish second, but it lets you persuade when you get it right. Spleebie is going up and gonna hit the hammer pegs.
Alright, so it's just the basement of Ganon's tower that separates these two runners at this point in time. It was a decently fast big key as well, so anything is still possible.
Oh, and getting dead rocked.
So Spleebie ended up opting towards going to the TR portal here, due to already having it opened, but Dead Rock's making it a little rougher of a time.
Hopefully the Golden Sword and Red Mill really will make this gauntlet climb safe for Couch. I don't really see a death happening, although there are a lot of things in the gauntlet that do deal full hearts of damage. He does have, I believe, a fairy. I don't think he's used it, and I remember seeing him have one. So, I think this is pretty secure for Couch.
Yeah. You never know what could happen. Ganon can be a pain, but... has blue potions, has everything, lots of safeties, and Spleebie now heading on into Ganon's tower. Couch making quick work of the gauntlet here, as well as Spleebie now actually going to gamble right side here, so we'll take a little bit of extra time in the basement. And only a few more rooms left for Couch in the tower.
Spleebie's gonna have to... Oh, he's probably gonna grab this key and then mirror. Very much doubt he'll do Armos. Oh, doesn't get the full dash there. It's a little finicky.
Yeah, looks like they are gonna mirror out and head off for left side. Couch picks up that full magic refill and then heads off for the Moldorm fight.
Mm-hmm.
2
and
slashes is all it takes.
Ooh, okay, he did it. Oh, okay. He has been having some trouble with Moldorm. He does not play it very safe.
Definitely a very aggressive Moldorm fight.
While he's doing Adnum, which is a pretty by the numbers fight for the most part, for people, it seems we seem to have been getting a lot of brand new people in the chat today. Just right, the community is very large. This is the 7th week and final week of Swiss, but we have 7 bracket weeks coming up, and there will be those are best of 3s, so there's still plenty of this game to come. And if you enjoy anything else with speed gaming, there are tons. Whoa, nice double! That was very nice. It was very close to a triple. There are tons of other tournaments. Bloodborne is starting. I think the first match for that is on Thursday, unless something else gets scheduled earlier. There's things like Odyssey and other games. Mega Man 2GB. Keep an eye out on tournaments. Follow all 6 channels to make sure that you don't miss any speed gaming action. And that was a very clean Adnum fight.
Yeah, I think some of those doubles ended up being so close together, or at least one of them was so close together that it only counted as single. But overall, very nice. And off to Ganon we go. Spleebie now heading up the tower. And this should be a fast, easy kill with having a lot of safeties at hand as well as Buttersword.
And yeah, it's just me 6 hits, 6 hits, and then 4. And he's already got 6 hits on phase 2.
Yeah, some people don't even count, they just slash until it's moved on. And
yeah.
Definitely safe, don't have to even bother dodging.
Mm-hmm. Uses up a lot of magic, gotta be a little bit careful, but it doesn't light the screen, which is nice.
Looks like Couch is going to opt for just going for Torch Glitch instead of getting a quick hit in. Gets the glitch nice and easy. For those that don't know, Torch Glitch is if you light that left torch before the right one goes out, you will only have to light the left torch. Ooh, takes a fire bat and defeats Ganon. There we go. Very nice.
Yeah,
congratulations on Couch.
Yeah,
definitely.
We'll probably be getting him in here shortly.
Yeah. Couch comes in with an SRTV time of 1 hour, 43 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Yeah, there's a lot of neat little glitches in this game, and some that we take so much for granted that honestly we forget to mention. The little things like bomb jumps aren't so much glitches as cute abuses of game mechanics. You almost call them buds. That's usually why in some games there are bud limits. Oh, those rooms are connected. I wasn't sure. That's how he was able to hit that fairy, by the way, is because here's another neat little thing about Link to the Past. In Link to the Past, the game has rooms, like these rooms that you see, but all the rooms are connected on what are called super tiles, which are essentially rooms organized in roughly 2x2 shape. Some rooms, like Moldorm 2, are on 2 different super tiles, which is where you get the quadrant glitch from. If you spin through a quadrant, like from one quadrant to the other, the game will bug out and like not know where to place you, and it will just basically erase all the sprites because it doesn't know what to do. And that's where you get the despawn glitch from, when 2 different quadrants are essentially trying to do something at the same time. The game doesn't know what to do. And congratulations, Couch.
Oh, thank you.
And enjoy knowing that this week you do not have to sit and wonder, am I in the brackets or not? Because you are.
Oh yeah. I was so worried this whole season. After that early death, I was just so frustrated.
Yeah. How worried were you when you found the hammer, though? And had so much Light World left to check.
I was extremely worried, especially with the hammer there. I was just like, well, crap, the gloves could be a lot of places.
Yeah, it was something we had noted on early, because you hadn't done Eastern for the longest time, as well as you had avoided the desert area.
Yeah, I was worried about all that.
Yeah, you had gone and done Aghanim already, and then found Hammer. But luckily enough, gloves ended up being in Dark World anyway, so it was the right call.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, so.
Oh man.
Overall, how happy are you with this seed as a whole?
The seed wasn't like too bad. Early game it was pretty bad, but once you got really gloves, everything was just kind of bam, go here, this unlocks this, go here, go here.
Yeah, definitely understandable in that sense. It was decently linear for the most part after you got a couple items rolling, so.
Yeah.
So now you move on to the bracket stage with a 5-2 record, so you get out of the Swiss stage. How excited are you for that?
Pretty stoked right now. It's I was shaking the whole race because it means a lot. So I'm glad I won. I'm glad I get to advance on and try to further improve my skill.
Definitely, congrats again on that part. Anything in particular about this seed at all that you'd like to make note of, or maybe something for improvement later?
Yeah, don't die in Mini Moldorn Cave.
Yeah, that was a very unfortunate little bonk on the Mini Moldorn there.
Yeah.
Now, something worth noting, with that mirror location, Spleebie ended up actually using the potion glitch and got that early. So for the longest time, it was you had like opposite things done, because Spleebie could end up doing all the mirror locations first, whereas you just did like standard route.
Yeah.
But so it all came down at the end. You found opposite items for go mode.
Oh,
so
nice.
it was definitely a fun race to watch. And Spleebie actually just defeated the pig now.
Yeah, there was definitely like a lot of different switch moments there. The early mirror for Spleebie was definitely a possible advantage for him. He was able to get that fire rod much earlier and get the flute much earlier. But he went to the desert area like 4 or 5 times in this seed due to routing. He went to desert but didn't check Agina and then did Adinam. So he had to go back. But neither visit he picked up the cape, so he had to go back again, and then obviously had to go back for Meyer. So he ended up going to the desert area, walked there like twice, flew there twice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I think that was probably the biggest routing error. But if honestly there was like a moment where you could have gone into ice for that cane.
Yeah,
you never did.
I was thinking about ice for a second because I had Bombos, and I was like, well, I've got a few other places I want to check. I want to check hammer. I want to check the hammer pegs. I want to check catfish, because I went up there and I went to go lift the rock and realized I didn't have gloves. And I did the same thing when I saw the gloves up on top of Bumper Cave. I was just like, oh wait, I can't lift that.
Yeah, we noticed. You did that a few times where you tried to lift something up and we're like, nope.
All right. Spleebie comes in with a SRTV time of 1 hour, 48 minutes, and 24 seconds. Welcome, Spleebie. Congrats.
Yeah, welcome.
Hey, GG.
GG.
So the biggest question that I have is, when you went to Desert before Aghanim, you didn't do Adina. Was that because it skipped your mind out of like just the pressure of the match, or was that a intentional like calculated thing that you did?
Yeah, I skipped it on purpose because
Okay.
I knew we were 2 items away from Dark World. So I was like, let's just do Aghanim and then come back and get that when we do Meyer later or something. But then it turned out that I needed that hammer.
Yeah, I think you had this match if you had gotten if when you were there you had gone to Adina first, went to Desert, grabbed that cape. I think that was the difference, is you had to make so many trips back to the Desert area to grab like those 2 items and to check. Like, I think you went there once to do Desert, once to get the hammer, flew there once to get the cape, and had to fly there again for Meyer. And I think if you had consolidated that into one and done that before Aghanim, I think you had that seed handily. Because your sequence break to grab the mirror actually gave you a huge advantage. So I think that was the big difference.
Yeah, I was hoping grabbing that mirror would have done something, but
It actually did. It just
not
not
quite enough.
to...
Yeah, and then I got the
Yeah.
fire rod early too.
Yeah, that huge sequence break for you was, and then it led you to the flute by. He didn't get the flute till very late, very very late. It was one of his last items. Was his go mode actually. So, you had a great advantage with that flute. That flute saved you a lot of time throughout the run.
Overall, it was definitely a nice performance by both of you runners, especially in front of such a large audience.
Well, thank you.
Do
Yeah.
either of you have any like overall thoughts on this seed as a general thing?
None from my end.
I was just gonna say I hate bombs, and totally bailed out by the sword in Zelda's chest. That was awesome.
Definitely. That was a nice sword find, making the rat a lot easier at the end of it.
Yeah, I was out of bombs at that point, so I was trying to decide when was the best time to take a death to get some more bombs. But
Yeah, you ended up finding a bomb a couple rooms earlier as well, so it was a nice bomb drop there.
Yeah.
Alright, and with that, I want to say, everyone in chat, please hit up these runners with a follow. They did a fantastic job here tonight. Wonderful, wonderful performance by both of them. If you want to hit us up with a follow as well, our links will be there. Both me, Zilnus, as well as Itsu Demo will be in there. Thank you for tracking tonight. If you like Randomizer, want to see more Randomizer, there's always a ton going on in Speed Gaming 1 through 6, as well as ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 4. And as for Rando right now, I think this is the last one of the night, but there is a couple going on tomorrow afternoon on the Speed Gaming channels.
Yep. There is a few 4-2s. There is Andy's match, which technically doesn't matter. So as much as I'm sure everybody likes watching Andy, the other matches are more important. That's why the joke-in comment of the most important match is on there. So I believe it's a 5-1. No, it's a 6-0. It's just to determine which one of them will be undefeated.
Right, exactly. So you only have to have 5 wins to move on. So anyone who has 4 wins right now, those are the very important matches for the week. Those will determine who moves on.
Now, I will shout out, sorry, I mentioned Bloodborne started on Thursday. It actually starts tomorrow. The first match of that tournament will be at 11 a.m. The second match is at 2 p.m. So I always tell people to support the other games. Honestly, you can basically get all of your speedrunning shenanigans out of just this channel and out of this series of channels. Make sure to follow Speed Gaming, and which you're on, and then add a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And a 6 on top of that, and you're set. That's all the Twitch you need, honestly. There's also Hat in Time tomorrow and Link to the Past. No major glitches tomorrow.
Awesome. And
So,
with
yeah.
that, I just want to thank everyone once again for partaking in this wonderful race. Thank you for commentating with me, Zelnus, as well as thank you, runners, for putting on a great show.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jared or Terstaether. And thank you everyone for watching. Shout outs to RPG Limit Break,